Yo, what's going on, guys? Jetxc here. Hopefully you guys have been doing good, and it's been a while. It's been about a month since I've made a Horizon Walker video, and the reason why I've had sort of a delay is because I've been a little bit worried about Horizon Walker in general. Now, Horizon Walker is a fantastic game. It's super free to play. Really, it's a nice game that offers a niche with a lot of the other gacha games you can find, right? Especially in the more 18 plus genre. And the combat is really fun, right? And this past, I would say, 2 months, it's been a bit dry for me personally, right? But let's go back a little bit because right now, I kind of want to go over the update, and honestly, this won't take long. So, essentially what they've been talking about this past month is that they have a new character coming out. Her name is Yuan Wu. She is a collab character with a doujinshi artist, and her kind of gimmick is that she's this character that is a streamer. She does mukbangs, and she has like her thin body type, and then when she eats, she turns into her avatar mode, which is like this apostle of gluttony, and she gets like a thicker body type, right? Cool little gimmick. It matches the Horizon Walker theme. Booba gets bigger, thighs get bigger, right? It just cool little gimmick, right? And then on top of that too, they're also working on another like Fox character that will be coming out in the future. They've got a summer event planned for this anniversary, right? Everett has a costume. Lysandria has a costume coming, and a few others, but they're planning this summer event along with a event story for the summer event. And they've got some UI improvements, right? If I were to kind of give you a TLDR on the patch notes here, I mean, basically, TLDR is that Yuan Wu is kind of like Burga in a sense. She does crush damage. When you hit somebody, she restores a portion of HP. If you get enough stacks, you go into your Apostle of Gluttony mode and you do a attack that is kind of in a cone shape that does like AoE damage, but how her kit works is similar to Burga in a sense, right? And then on top of that, we just have a new costume for her, Milky Drip. We've got the first costume, summer costume, coming out for Everett, Sunset Vacation, and we have for a third time the reverse made outfit coming out for Bella, right? Samerica has this outfit right now. She's the last person that got it, and this is the third person to get it, Bella. This is going to be sold exclusively on the Line Next web shop. Apparently, there's going to be some type of pass going on for there, and then it will be in the store months later, right? And then on top of that, there's some UI improvements. That's pretty much how the anniversary is starting, right? It's going to be about a month long. They're going to have other costumes coming, but here's my thing, guys. And I wanted to just yap about this for a little bit, but at the beginning I said I've been worried about Horizon Walker, and that's pretty much due to the content. Now, content and then delays and their direction with costumes is like what has started my worry for Horizon Walker in general. So today, about 3 hours ago, they announced that they have to delay this patch that was supposed to come out tonight, but in Korea tomorrow. They have to delay it to the 21st of July, next week. Not the next day, but next week. And by the way, guys, the patch was supposed to happen tonight. The patch was supposed to happen tonight, and they're delaying it till next week. I don't know how or what happened, but for you to delay all the way until July 21st, which is what, Monday? Kind of crazy, right? And they say, first of all, we'd like to extend our sincerest apologies to all of you who have been patiently waiting. The update, originally scheduled for Thursday, July 17th, will be postponed to July 21st due to an unexpected increase in workload. Okay, well, I'll get to that. We deeply regret not being able to meet the promised timeline. So here's my thing. They've been talking about the UI of this game and how it's been in the works for about 3 months now. Right, and they've been showing us screenshots of how it's supposed to look, and I don't know what changed. Yuan Wu, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit on like some of the characters. A lot of these characters have been leaked for Horizon Walker since the launch of the game. Yuan Wu has been in the game files for just about a year now, right? Almost a year. So she's a character that has been in the works, and just like other gacha games, has been in the works for a long time now, right? They're giving us recycled and repurposed costumes. At first, I was cool with it. I was okay with it, but I saw the Bella skin, right? I saw the Samerica skin, and it's the reverse maid outfit that started out with Panthery. And they've also repurposed Sojo. He's her sticky note costume with other characters, right? Like they gave her one for Ulsa, and they're going to continue to do that. And my thing that bothers me with that is they have the complete freedom to give us any type of costume they want because they're not bound by censorship. These characters could be topless if they wanted to be. So in my head, I'm just like, okay, the amount of skin and costume ideas that they could do would be insane. But the amount of costumes that come out per patch and the costumes that we get, it worries me because it'll be a same costume, but on a different character, right? And that also piled on to some of the worries I had. And it makes me wonder how small the team actually is. And it makes me wonder what they're actually working on. Because like I said earlier, this stuff they've been talking about for a while, but we always get delays. For example, the iOS version, they said it was going to come out in early May, right? I even went and checked on one of my past videos to see when I talked about it. And I talked about it just about 2 months ago. And they said it would come out early May, but it ended up coming out late June, a whole month and a half later, right? And then you could say the same thing with the Steam launch. The Steam launch was supposed to be early 2025. We are now in almost pretty much third quarter of 2025, right? I don't, and now we have this patch delayed, right? And when I see multiple delays for different things that they're talking about, it worries me because, like I said, they've been working on these things for a while now. A lot of these characters have been planned. These costumes are just being repurposed. What is happening behind the scenes, right? Now, in general, Horizon Walker is a super free-to-play game. Very, very light on like the dailies and the stuff you have to do. The gameplay is very fun, all right? It's a solid game for such a small team and a very small game in general. It's a solid game, right? But I have to call out the things that are happening behind the scenes because it makes me wonder what's going on here, right? And it would be like little things that would start to bother me. Like I remember, if you guys take a look at the thumbnail for the event that's going on right now, this summer event, if you look at a lot of characters, the idle poses that they're making are the same idle poses that they show in the patch notes whenever they introduce a new costume. So they're just kind of repurposing assets and just copying and pasting them in thumbnails. They're repurposing costumes, and they're kind of replaying a bunch of events too as well. And this leads me to another subject. And again, sorry guys, I'm just yapping, but you guys love it when I yap, so here we are, right? Another thing that bothers me, right, is we haven't gotten anything for the main story in a while. For example, Olivia. Olivia was a character that I was highly anticipated to get. She's one of my favorite characters in the game. And when she came out, the only thing we knew about her was that she was Inez's aunt, right? And we didn't really get a proper introduction in the main story. And we didn't get much with her at all, if anything. Well, we haven't gotten anything about her in the main story. But when she came out, you could do her Bond story. And in the Bond story, it was a little bit, I won't say weird, but it was a little bit interesting because it's as if everybody already knew her. And we kind of got into the fact that she's got this like quirk where she's always working. She's like a workaholic. She always wants to train. But we didn't know that about her because we didn't get anything in the main story. So they're just giving us new characters without proper context. And as someone that doesn't really care too much about story in gacha games, if you're going to do a like waifu-centric game where you make a connection with the characters, you gotta have some type of cohesion to where you meet the character, we learn about them, and of course you get into the whole bond story factor afterwards. That's my worry with this game as well, is that they're just going to give us characters without properly giving us introductions into the main story, right? And on top of that too, when are we going to get more main story content? That's another thing, right? And all of these things I've been thinking in my head because they've been working on this patch and been talking about this for months now. Like I said, the leaks of this character Yuan Wu have been going on since last year. They've been talking about UI improvements since like 3 months ago. And reading through the patch notes, it's the same ones that they've been talking about. They've been giving us the same costumes for some characters over and over again, while giving us an exclusive costume for the new character, which is nice, but I don't know, guys. I'm going to keep my eye out on Horizon Walker, but that's essentially the reason why I've kind of stopped making as many videos. I want to see where this game is headed. Again, like I said, solid game, free to play. I'm not complaining about like prices or anything like that. I know some people don't like the fact that the breast augmentation thing for skins costs like $850. It is what it is. I'm not concerned about that. My concern is, what are they doing and what are they working on? Is the team really that small to where they have delay after delay after delay? What's the future looking like for this game, right? That's really all I want to talk about. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. And yeah, I'm out.